What if one day you kept walking in a perfectly straight line, never turning around, never changing direction, yet somehow, hours later, you found yourself standing exactly where you started? It sounds impossible. But for decades, stories like this have surfaced from all over the world. From the remote mountains of Japan to the dense forests of North America, the misty highlands of Scotland, and forgotten country roads across Europe. People from completely different cultures have described almost the exact same experience. They were certain they had traveled a great distance, yet somehow they always ended up at the very same crossroads, with no idea how they got there. Among mystery enthusiasts, this phenomenon is sometimes called the looping road, a place that seems determined to keep anyone from leaving. There are no strange signs, no hidden intersections, nothing appears out of the ordinary. Everything feels completely normal.
Until you begin noticing familiar details. The same fallen tree, the same cracked milestone, the same unusual bend in the road, the same weathered wooden sign. It's as if the road itself is repeating, while you unknowingly become part of its endless cycle. One of the most frequently shared stories involves a lone hiker exploring an isolated forest trail late in the afternoon. The path seemed simple, only one direction. To avoid getting lost, the hiker carefully memorized every landmark along the way. After nearly 2 hours of walking, a small wooden bridge appeared ahead. Nothing seemed unusual. He crossed it without hesitation. A few minutes later, the very same bridge appeared again. The exact same broken railing, the exact same fallen log beside it, the exact same stream flowing underneath. At first, he assumed he had made a mistake, so he kept walking. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, another full hour. Then,
the bridge appeared once again, exactly where it had been before. That was the moment curiosity turned into fear. Determined to prove he wasn't imagining things, he began leaving markers behind. He carved a symbol into a tree. He stacked several rocks beside the trail. He even left his water bottle near the edge of the road. Then he continued forward. But every time he walked farther, those same markers appeared again, exactly where he had left them, as if the forest refused to let him escape. The sun slowly disappeared behind the trees. The air grew colder. No birds, no passing cars, no voices, only the sound of his own footsteps echoing through an unsettling silence. The strangest part is this. Stories almost identical to this one have been told in many different countries. Different people, different places, yet remarkably similar details. Could all of them simply be mistaken? Or is there something about these roads that we still don't understand? Because when researchers began searching for answers, they discovered that the mystery might be even stranger than the stories themselves. So, what could actually cause someone to walk for hours, believing they're moving forward, only to end up back where they started? For years, scientists and researchers have searched for an answer. And surprisingly, part of the explanation may lie within the human brain itself. Studies on human navigation suggest that when people lose reliable reference points, such as the sun, stars, distant landmarks, or a visible horizon, they often struggle to maintain a perfectly straight path.
Without realizing it, most people naturally drift. Each step is only slightly off, almost impossible to notice. But over a long enough distance, those tiny deviations gradually form a wide circle. In controlled experiments conducted in dense forests and open deserts, participants who lost their sense of direction frequently ended up walking in loops, sometimes returning close to the exact place where they had started.
From a scientific perspective, this is a well-documented effect of disorientation. But that explanation doesn't answer every story, because some witnesses describe experiences that go far beyond simply walking in circles. Several claimed they had been walking for only an hour, yet when they finally escaped, an entire day or even several days had passed. Others reported their watches suddenly stopping, GPS devices losing signal, compasses spinning without settling on a direction, phones draining their batteries for no apparent reason. To date, there is no verified scientific evidence proving that mysterious roads possess supernatural powers. Reports like these remain personal accounts and urban legends rather than established facts. And yet, similar legends continue to appear across cultures. In Japan, there are stories of mountain roads where hikers become trapped in endless loops.
Across parts of Europe, ancient forests are said to confuse travelers until they unknowingly return to the same place again and again. In North America, old folklore speaks of forgotten roads that seem to shift their paths after sunset. Different countries, different generations, yet strangely, the stories all share the same unsettling pattern. Coincidence? A psychological illusion? Or evidence that there are still places on Earth we simply don't understand? Perhaps the greatest mystery isn't hidden inside the road itself, but inside the limits of human perception. Even today, no official map identifies a road that always brings people back to where they started. No scientific investigation has confirmed that such a place truly exists. Yet the stories continue, passed from one traveler to another, across generations, across continents, always describing the same impossible experience: a quiet road, a familiar crossroads, and the chilling realization
That no matter how far you walk, you never actually leave. If you suddenly found yourself returning to the same crossroads over and over again, would you keep walking or turn back before it was too late? Share your thoughts in the comments.